It's a banger. First of all, man, we have the, the most corrupt police officers to date. But sadly, the list is about to grow in 2026. As you know, more people are getting uh, educated on the law, getting educated on the Fourth Amendment, our personal our rights. You know, you can't just be pulling people over anymore, just asking for IDs and all this crazy stuff they used to be used to doing and breaking the laws. And I mean, cops are getting accountability now, man. But most of all, body cams has changed the game. The body cams have changed the game. It's and we can thank Obama because he was the one that did that. He changed the game with the police officers. And police officers, I know they don't like it because you never seen police officers go to jail. I grew up in the 70s. You know, I was a kid in the 70s, 80s, 90s, gang warfare in the 90s. You did not see and did not hear about police officers going to prison or jail for nothing. You never seen it. Why? No body cams. Can you imagine what they got away with in the 90s and the 80s during the gang warfare? I mean, they got away with murder. Murder. Especially the stuff we see now. Police officers cannot control themselves, man. They do not, they teach de escalation. That's part of their biggest thing, learning how to de-escalate. It's going to a high situation and de-escalate that situation. Come on. When's the last time you seen a police officer go into a high risk situation and say, okay, guys, let's de-escalate. Come on, everybody just sit down. Let's talk. Come on, man. They are the biggest ones that love to make it worse. Because then they can put their hands on you, they can break laws, or they think they can, and that's what each and every one of these police officers thought they could do. Every single one of these police officers are police officers that just felt that accountability wasn't theirs. So listen, all I ask is when you come to my house, and if I go to your house, I'm gonna say hello, right? I'm gonna be respectful, and I hope that you do the same. I'm gonna come in. If you say come before we come in, can you sign that? Yeah. Say hello, let everybody know you're here. Boom, that's all I ask. Come in, hit that subscribe button, hit that like if you like it. If you don't, put it hands down. If you're not you didn't wasn't feeling it, I understand. But seriously, we are a program. I'm a new channel. I'm old school, and I want to bring truth to situations. I want to bring out the truth, man. I don't want this fake stuff. So if it's good, bad, or ugly, I want to bring it on here because I believe in education. I believe that our people, your people, my people, Americans as abroad need to know what's going on in our society. And there's a lot of people today that back the blue, and I back the blue until it happens to you. And I've seen it, man. I've seen corruption at its worst, and I've met some great cops, man. I support policing. We need it. But I don't back up corruption. Wherever corruption lies in the business office, to policing, to in the church house, is corruption. So our job as truth finders is to find corruption and expose the truth and expose the lie. To be the voice of truth. That's it. And I believe it's all of our jobs. Hopefully that we all can say, it's ugly, but I got to speak the truth, right? Freedom is ugly, but deal with it. Freedom is ugly, but we have rights. Freedom is ugly. Police officers may not like it, but we have rights, just like they do and like everybody else does. So, no further ado, let's get into this bad boy. Please hit that subscribe button. Let's get busy.
Number 1. Officer Michael Valva. In the early hours of January 17th, 2020, emergency responders arrived at a residence in Center Moriches, Long Island, following a 911 call from Michael Valva, a 45-year-old former NYPD officer. Valva reported that his 8-year-old son, Thomas, had fallen on his way to the bus, and he banged his head and lost consciousness.
Come on,
He also reported that he was giving him CPR, trying to revive him at the time of the call. Upon arrival, paramedics found...
So listen, real quick, and I'm not going to do this a lot, but listen. Every snap that we put on here, every clip, I want your comments, please. Comment on what you felt. So this is our first clip. I think we have like 8 or 9 clips. Tell me what you think about this situation. Give me your input. Was it wrong? Was it right? You know, whatever the truth lies.
Thomas unresponsive, with a body temperature of 76.1 degrees Fahrenheit, indicating severe hypothermia. Despite resuscitation efforts, Thomas was pronounced dead at the hospital. Before the incident, Valva and his 3 sons lived with his fiancée Angela Polina and her 3 daughters. Subsequent investigations unveiled a harrowing pattern of abuse. Evidence, including home surveillance footage, revealed that Thomas and his brother Anthony,
once again, cameras, baby, cameras don't lie,
subjected to prolonged mistreatment. They were forced to sleep in an unheated garage without access to basic necessities.
Oh, come on,
the
man.
day of the tragic incident, temperatures had gone
Man,
below
look at that
freezing,
house, man.
and Thomas and his brother Anthony had spent the night in the garage of their home with no heat.
Man, give him 25. Give him life. I'm Judge Frank. I'm Judge Lawyer. I'm giving him. I'm Judge Rev. I'm giving him 35 years right now. What's wrong with this guy, man? You got a huge house, and you put your kids in the garage. I mean, you know, kids, period, girl, boy, but man, there's your sons too. Come on, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, there's some weird. And he's a police officer, man. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No bathroom access, no mattress, and no blankets. After waking up on the cold cement floor of the garage, Thomas had an accident and soiled his pants.
What?
When their father, Michael Valva, arrived where they were, he was seen on a video screaming at Thomas, forcing him outside and hosing him down with cold water, leading to him collapsing. Despite Thomas's evident distress, Valva delayed seeking medical assistance for over an hour. He never called 911 immediately. These children's abuse extended beyond the fatal incident.
Wow,
School
man.
officials testified that both boys often arrive at school hungry, cold, and in soiled clothing almost every day.
Poor little
They were
guys,
often
man.
observed scavenging for food and displaying signs of physical neglect.
Jesus.
Valva was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and multiple counts of endangering the welfare of a child. His fiancée, Angela Polina, was also arrested and faced similar charges. During the trial, Valva's defense highlighted his law enforcement background, but the prosecution emphasized the severity and duration of the abuse. In December 2022, Valva was convicted on all counts and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. The Suffolk County District Attorney described the treatment of Thomas and his brother as nothing short of evil. His wife was also sentenced to 25 years to life in prison.
That's right.
As of April 2025, Michael Valva has served approximately 2 years and 4 months
Oh, you got a
his
lot of
sentence.
time, baby.
He is incarcerated in a New York State correctional facility. His earliest
Man,
possible release date, if he gets considered for parole, would be in 2047, when he would be 68 years old. Number 2, Officer Daniel Holtzclaw.
man, I don't care what anybody says. This is my comment. You guys put your comments in right now. I don't care, man, when it comes to kids, man. When it comes to, they rely on you for everything. And you neglect that as a man or a woman, a mother, a father, yeah, you don't deserve to be on earth. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve it. Somebody raised you, someone fed you, someone took care of you, and you're gonna do the opposite, and you're gonna be that inhumane. Then treat them like that. Put them where dogs live. No, not even dogs. Yeah, because we love our dogs. Yeah, dogs. No, chain them up somewhere outside, just on a pole, and just leave them there. Bowl of water. That's it. Let him see how that feels, and wash him down at night. Make sure he's gets his shower at night. My God. Now this story, I've heard about this story. This story is a banger, man.
In the early morning of June 18th, 2014, after a full day shift in northeast Oklahoma, 57-year-old Jani Ligens was driving home when she was stopped by 39-year-old Officer Daniel Holtzclaw. The officer had just closed from work and was driving home in his patrol vehicle. When he made the traffic stop, he logged off his patrol car computer and never notified his dispatch team to run a record on the woman he had stopped.
What?
Daniel had been lurking around that area, looking for victims, especially vulnerable women to assault.
Oh,
He approached
he's
Jani,
one of those
and
dudes.
after numerous back-and-forth interrogations, he reportedly asked her to pull down her underwear.
Wait a minute, man. Look at how young this dude is, man. Did you see that old lady? What's wrong with this dude, man? He's young, fit. He's got a honey at home somewhere. Come on, man. And you pull over old ladies and trying to what's big? See, that's when you know something ain't clicking, man. Something that this ain't right, man. This is not right. This is something's completely 100% off. Homeboy is off. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he is taking and he's raping women, man, in his complete outfit on the side of a road during traffic on a traffic stop. Man, this dude, I was gonna say he got guts. He ain't got guts, man. This guy is stupid. 100% dumb. Dumb. Oh my gosh. Comments, let's go.
And went ahead to force her into carrying out an oral sodomy act on him in the back of his patrol vehicle. Jani begged him to stop, but he refused until he was done. While the act was happening, she tried not to look at his badge, as there was a possibility that he could have shot her dead if she knew his name. After the incident, Jani went to the police station and filed a report. When Officer Daniel resumed work the next day, he was taken in and questioned by 2 detectives, Kim Davis and Rocky Gregory. He denied all accusations and feigned ignorance of the crimes. The detective took his swabs for DNA tests, and he was stripped of all his police accessories, including his uniforms and badges, and was placed on
I've seen
paid
this interview.
administrative leave. He was later released due to no clear evidence against him. They investigated further into his case and came across numerous pieces of evidence, including 16 counts of assault reports leveled against him. They also came across a case similar to that of Jani that was not taken seriously when reported. He also drove the female victim to a secluded area and forced her to perform an oral act on him.
Oh,
The detectives contacted the victim, and she gave them details that they matched and connected with Officer Daniel.
wow.
During the investigation, over 13 women came forward to testify against him.
Guilty.
On August 21st,
13.
2014, Daniel was arrested just
What?
2 weeks after Jani's courageous police report, and he was charged with multiple assault counts. Investigators revealed that Daniel, who was born in Guam, joined the Oklahoma City Police Department and
Wow.
patrolled the northeast sector of the city, an area predominantly inhabited by African American residents. Between December 2013
What a
and
cold
June
dude,
2014,
man.
he used the authority of his uniform and badge to prey on vulnerable women, many of whom had prior criminal records or were involved in substance use, believing they would be less likely to report his misconduct. He
Yeah.
would routinely carry out background checks on different women to know which of them suited his list of victims.
What?
Daniel's ways of operation involved stopping women under
That's
the guise of
premeditated,
routine
man.
checks. Then he would force them into carrying out intimate acts by threatening to arrest them or reminding them of their criminal histories. His victims ranged in age from 17 to 57. In
Oh
December
my.
2015,
Oh, he didn't care.
after a month-long trial, Daniel was convicted on
Look
18
at him.
of 36 counts, including 4 counts of first-degree assault, battery, and forcible oral sodomy. During his trial, a victim recounted how he forced her into carrying out the act on him while she was handcuffed in the hospital after she was arrested for substance
Oh
abuse.
my
She
God.
believed that no one would believe her if she had reported stating that all policemen would always work.
Chat. She said that she was handcuffed in a hospital. And homeboy whips it out and tells her, you know, this dude, man, he's on the side of the road. He's in the hospital. He don't care. He flat out don't care. It's going down no matter what. It's going down. If he picked you, it's going down. This guy was getting away with it, man. And this guy was getting away with it. They said after that girl came forward, they said 16 people just out of the blue, just blah, 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 blah. That, man, that's crazy, bro.
Together. The jury recommended a sentence totaling 263 years.
Oh.
On January 21st, 2016,
Ooh, ooh,
the
ooh,
judge
ooh.
sentenced Daniel to 263 years in prison,
Oh my
effectively
God.
ensuring he would spend the rest of his life incarcerated. His appeals have been consistently denied.
Wow.
In 2019, the Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeals upheld his convictions and
260.
sentence, rejecting claims of prosecutorial misconduct and insufficient evidence. His family continues to assert his innocence.
Oh, sure
and has
they do.
indicated
Sure they
plans
do.
to pursue further appeals in federal court, a process that could extend over several years.
Man.
As of April 2025, he has served approximately 9 years of his sentence.
Man,
He is currently incarcerated at the Lexington Assessment and Reception Center.
he ain't never getting out.
Number 3.
He is never
Officer-
getting, man, 268 years, chat. Make your comments right now. My God, can you imagine sitting there? They had to read off probably like 25 accounts, man. Bah, bah, bah. Account 1, account 2. I think they said they had over 34 accounts or something like that. Man, that I didn't think he was gonna, 25, just give him 25, that's it. You're not getting out. Man, they slapped 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years. Put that in your chat. My God. I need to hear from you guys. Come on. What you think?
Bobby Cutts, Jr. On June 14th, 2007, Jessie Marie Davis, a 26-year-old woman who was 9 months pregnant, vanished from her home in Lake Township, Ohio.
Oh man, come
She was
on,
last seen
man.
shopping at a local grocery shop. Her mother, who was the last person she spoke with, visited her home the next day and discovered just her 2-year-old son, Blake, alone in the house. She noticed the home settings and saw signs of struggle, including overturned furniture and bleach stains.
Come on.
The 2-year-old boy reportedly told her that his mommy broke the table, and his mommy was inside the rug, prompting an immediate and extensive search for
What,
Jessie.
man?
Many individuals.
This boy is smart. This is a smart little boy, man. First, man, when he said my mommy's in the carpet, they already knew. Now they just gotta figure out who put mommy in the carpet. Listen, let's get to the comments, chat. What do you think? That's evidence, man. That little kid said, "Mommy didn't walk out. Mommy's inside of a carpet." That's deep. That's one smart little kid, man. He loved his mom.
Including members of Texas EquiSearch, volunteered to search for the missing lady. At the time of the incident, Jessie and 26-year-old Officer Bobby Lee Cutts Jr. were in a relationship.
Oh, there it
Officer
is.
Bobby was the father of Blake, as well as the
Look at him.
unborn
Yeah.
child she was carrying.
Yeah.
The investigation for her whereabouts quickly focused on Officer Bobby. Initially, he denied involvement or knowing where his girlfriend was.
What?
But on June 23, 2007, he led authorities to Jessie's body in a wooded area of Hampton Hills Metro Park. She had been wrapped in a comforter and left in the park.
Wow.
Officer Bobby was arrested and charged with the murders of Jessie and her unborn daughter, whom she had planned to name Chloe. During his trial, which began on February 4, 2008, he testified that he accidentally murdered Jessie during an
I
argument.
was gonna say, what's he
claiming
gonna
he elbowed
say?
her in the throat during a struggle. He
What?
admitted to panicking, attempting to revive her, and then decided to dispose her body with the help of his friend, Maisha Farrell. On February 15th,
Oh yeah,
2008,
Miss
the
Maisha.
jury
Come
found
on,
Bobby
Maisha.
guilty of the aggravated murder of his unborn child, the murder of his girlfriend, aggravated burglary,
What?
gross abuse of a corpse, and child endangerment. On February 27th, 2008, he was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility
Yeah,
of
he's
parole.
done.
His accomplice, Farrell, pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice and complicity to gross abuse of a corpse, and she was sentenced to 2 years in prison.
What?
As of April 2025, Bobby has served approximately 17 years of his sentence, and he is incarcerated at the
Man, that girl should have got 25 right with him. Man, she helped him. She didn't kill him, but man, she should have at least got 10. At least got 10 years. That man, what's up? Man, help me understand. What's up with these females, man? Man, if a female love you, see, he knew this female liked him. He knew that. He knew that this female loved him, liked him, whatever. And so he said, yeah, help me. He probably gave her some loving, you know what I mean? Gave her, kind of made her feel good about herself. And then like, yeah, I need you to help me move this body. What? Like, what? What you do? Yeah, my ex. That way I'm free now. It could be just me and you, baby. You just using the girl. Yeah, she should have got some time. Comments, chat. Let's do this. Comments. I'm going to be moved to the next one.
Correctional Institution in Ohio. Number 4, Officer Matthew Kinney. On May 19th, 2019, 40-year-old Officer Matthew Kinney,
40 years
a
old.
former Oxford police officer,
Okay.
drove his marked patrol car while he was off duty to Oxford, Mississippi, to the home of 32-year-old Dominique Clayton with the intention to murder her.
Oh,
He entered through an unlocked door.
Come on.
Found Clayton asleep. He stepped out and went.
He is dating a young black chick. Beautiful sister. What is up with this dude, man? Why would he want to hurt her? Let's get to the comments.
Back to his vehicle to retrieve his department-issued 9mm Glock firearm. When he got back, he shot her once in the back of the head. After the
Oh,
murder, Kinney then
man.
returned to the
Come
Oxford
on,
Police Department's
man.
horse barn, where he left his phone to create an alibi and deceive investigators. He also sent Clayton a text message to suggest she was still alive.
Oh,
Clayton's
that's an
8-year-old
old
son
one.
discovered her body the following morning. Investigators quickly identified Keena as a suspect due to his romantic involvement with Clayton. He was arrested on May 20th, 2019, and fired from the Oxford Police Department shortly thereafter. He admitted to having an affair with Miss Clayton, but denied knowing who had murdered her. Surveillance footage released confirmed his
Come on,
presence at the
bro.
scene. After a lot of evidence was leveled against him, he confessed to the murder during a subsequent
Sure he
interrogation.
did.
During the interrogation, it was discovered that Kinney, who was legally married, and the victim had been
Oh,
in a 1-year relationship. He provided her with money and other benefits, and even bought a car for her.
yeah, okay.
Reports say he wanted to end the relationship, but Miss Clayton threatened to tell.
Now, chat, come on, man. Tell me right now in the comments, did he want to end the relationship or did she want to end the relationship? What you think? Was it him saying, look, man, I got to move on. I got a wife, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, 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 no. Now, this is my comments. I'm gonna make this is my comments. You guys write yours in. I'm saying mine. She said, you know what? You're married and all this stuff, and it's all good. I got a little something out of this, right? I'm not married. You're not married. Now you're married, and now I know you're married. But I'm cool. I'm good. I'm just gonna move on. She got a little something out of it, right? So to me, she told him, kick rocks, and homeboy did not like that. He wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too. And ain't nobody else gonna eat that cake except me. That's my input. He was jealous, even though he was married. He was a pig about it. He wanted it all. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. She said, kick rocks, I'm done with this relationship. She found out he was married. Comments, chat.
His wife about their secret affairs, and he decided to murder her. Though the victim's family believed that it was Miss Clayton who tried to break off the
Yeah,
relationship, but couldn't.
yeah.
In August 2019, he was indicted on capital murder charges.
Sure
To
enough.
avoid the death penalty, Kinney pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. A
Sure
federal judge
enough.
awarded $2.2 million in damages to Clayton's 4 children,
Yep.
citing Kinney's actions as
Money.
intentional, wanton, willful, and reckless.
That's right.
The judgment included $1.2 million in compensatory damages and $1 million in punitive damages.
Hell yeah.
As of April 2025, Kinney has served approximately 5 years and 11 months of his life sentence. He is incarcerated in a Mississippi State prison.
Life.
Number 5, Officer Wayne Cozenz. On the evening of March 3rd, 2021, 33-year-old Sarah Everard disappeared while walking home. At around 9 p.m. that day, Sarah left a friend's house in Clapham, South London. She walked along the A205 South Circular Road across the Common, on her way to her Brixton Hill home. While walking, she called and spoke to her boyfriend on her phone for about 15 minutes and agreed to meet him the next day. A police dash camera captured her movements at this time as she walked on Poinders Road. A few minutes later, she was stopped by 49-year-old former Metropolitan Police Officer Wayne Couzens. Officer Couzens.
Now, Chad, think about this, man. This is what it is these days, man. She is going home, and a police officer wants to make sure she's okay, supposedly, right? And she's taught to trust the police officers, and he knows that. Man, what? This dude is an animal. This guy You know it's gonna be bad, chat. You just know it. He's stopping her for no reason. This is what you call a casual encounter. As far as going into a car, teach your kids no. You don't have to get in the car with no police officer unless you are under arrest and they are got backup and they got other police officers around them. And make sure he's on his radio. Man, this is a sad one. Wow.
Had already closed from his work that day and was driving a vehicle he had rented a few days earlier.
Oh, he's not
After he
even in the
stopped
cop
Sarah,
car.
he showed her his police warrant card before handcuffing her.
Oh, hell
Reports say
no.
that he probably claimed that he was arresting her for breaching COVID-19 guidelines.
Oh.
CCTV camera showed that after handcuffing her, he asked her into the
Oh.
vehicle
Wow.
and drove to Kent. Later that night, the camera also captured him driving her to a secluded area in Dover after he had transferred to his personal car. Around midnight, he assaulted and murdered her using his police duty belt. After the murder, he purchased some drinks from a Dover petrol station and then drove to Hode's Wood, where he had private land property, and kept Sarah's body and drove back to Dover, where he switched back to his rental car and returned it.
Terrible, man.
After returning the car, he disposed Sarah's phone and other items. Later that day, Sarah's boyfriend tried calling her as they agreed to meet up, but couldn't reach her. After many failed trials, he reported her missing to the police station. Days after the murder, in a bid to cover up his tracks, Cousins reportedly told his senior colleagues that he was suffering from stress and would no longer be able to carry his firearm.
What?
After this, he purchased petrol and 2 large builder's bags and went home. He returned to his landed property where he hid Sarah's body and set it on fire. Afterwards, he packed the remains inside the bag and disposed it. The following day, he reported himself ill from work, handing in his equipment, including his police belt and handcuffs.
What's going on with this
Sarah's
guy, man?
disappearance sparked widespread concern and a significant police investigation. Days later, her remains were discovered in a wooded area near Ashford, Kent, a few miles from Cousins's land property. After searching properly, the investigation led to the arrest of Wayne Cousins. Initially, during the interrogation, he claimed that he did not recognize Sarah, but later he confessed that a gang demanded that he deliver another girl after he underpaid a street girl who rendered sexual services to him, but that was a lie. The investigation found no evidence of a gang, and his story was full of holes. It was a made-up excuse.
God.
An inquiry led by
He
Lady
looks
English
like a straight
Angiolini
predator, man.
found that Cousins had a history of indecent
I'm not just saying that.
exposure incidents that were not adequately investigated. He had been reported for indecent exposure just
Shit,
days
man, this guy's been
before
reported so
Sarah's
many
murder,
times, I bet.
but no action was taken at the time.
Look
The
at him.
inquiry concluded that these missed opportunities allowed Cousins to continue his predatory behavior
Sure did.
unchecked. On September 30th, 2021, after hours of trial, Wayne Cousins was sentenced to a whole life prison term for the kidnapping, assault, and murder of Sarah Everard.
Wow.
This means he will spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole. The
Done.
judge described the case as devastating, tragic, and wholly brutal, emphasizing the abuse of his position as a police officer to commit the...
Look, every murder is just outrageously crazy. But it's usually connected to like lovers, quarrel, something, right? Someone mad, she took my money, or he did this, he did that. This girl did nothing to this dude. Nothing. Just a young girl going home. These are the worst ones, chat. These are the worst people of the world right here. These are the worst of the worst. And when they get a bad, I'm telling you, man, the weirdest and the worst of the worst, that they love any type of authority. They get off on it because it gives them a foot in. You know, the Bible says, don't give the devil a foothold. That's that foothold they get in there. And most of these guys love to be police officers because we teach our children, our most vulnerable people in the world are children, and we teach them to respect police officers. Man, and if a police officer tells you get in the car, you get in the car. Police officer says, nah, heck nah. You can't teach that no more. People say, other cops will say, why? We're not, because of this, because of guys like this that are all over America today that have, there's just stories after stories after stories of, because of body cams again. Remember, I'm going to keep going on. Chat, hit that comment section. I need to hear what you guys think, or just vent.
Crimes. He kidnapped, assaulted, and murdered Sarah Everard for his own selfish sexual gratification.
He sure did.
Not because someone forced him to, not because he was mentally
He sure
ill,
did.
but because he chose to do it. In addition to the life sentence, Cousins was later sentenced to 19 months in prison for 3 counts of indecent exposure, which occurred before Sarah's murder. These sentences are to be served concurrently with his life sentence. As of April 2025, Cousins has served approximately 3.5 years of his sentence and remains incarcerated at HMP Franklin,
got a whole life.
a high-security prison in County Durham, England. Number 6, Officer David Carrick.
Oh, you could tell this dude's just an idiot.
48-year-old David Carrick, a serving officer in the Metropolitan Police,
Authority
carried out
figure.
a series of heinous sexual offenses against multiple women.
Oh.
He was popularly known as a serial offender. His position of authority allowed him to exploit and intimidate his victims, committing at least 85 serious offenses, including 48 assaults against women. He carried out most of these assaults in his Hertfordshire home, where he lived, and all took place while he was still a serving officer. His crimes, which spanned from 2003 to 2020, remained unchecked despite multiple allegations against him over the years. Carrick remained in his role, highlighting...
No, man, chat, come on, man. 85 complaints? That's almost 100 of this dude. Look at his pictures. This dude picking on women. Not men, women. What is going on with our police leadership? The sergeants and the higher ups of holding police officers, young police officers, accountable in the beginning of their policing. I'm telling you, because if you let them get away with it, they just continue to take it as for they're gonna see human nature. You tell somebody, don't touch the fire. When someone ain't looking, they're gonna touch the fire. They've never touched that fire before. Why? Because human nature wants to rebel, right? That's just how we are. Young police officers are going to see how far they can take it without getting in trouble. You know, get a little slap on the hand. Okay, all right. You know, see, but if they never get that slap on the hand and they keep doing, what do they do? They go further, then they get a little like suspension for a day. Oh, all right, that wasn't bad. They just get worse, and they go until they kill somebody. And I'm telling you, that is what you see here, over and over and over and over and over. This police officer just continued to do his thing, and to the point that he's gonna commit murder. Now he's gonna be hiding bodies. I'm telling you, man, the cops don't just kill. They've been getting away with some bunch of little dirt for a long time, and there was no accountability. So if I didn't get in trouble for all this stuff, if I shoot somebody, I can justify it. And that's how confident they are when they pull out a gun and just and someone has their back to you, and that's why you see those kind of shootings. Someone running away from them, right? Not threatening them, away from them. They shoot them. Ba 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 ba. Think about it.
Significant shortcomings within the police force. Carrick joined the Metropolitan Police in 2001 and was assigned to the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. Over the years, he used his authority to manipulate and control his victims. He met many of his victims through dating apps, presenting himself as a trustworthy officer. Once in a relationship, he subjected them to degrading acts such as false imprisonment,
I know
assault,
good
and
cops.
forceful intimate relations. Some victims were locked in a cupboard under the stairs, others were whipped with belts, and some were subjected to more inhumane treatment.
Oh my God.
He controlled various aspects of their lives.
That's his
dictating
girlfriends.
what they wore, ate, and who they could communicate with. In some instances, he held a gun to a woman's head during the assault. Carrick's actions were calculated and manipulative, often using his status as a police officer to silence his victims after each attack. Despite multiple allegations over the years, he continued work as a police officer. He came to the attention of police over 9 separate incidents between 2000 and 2021. However, these were not adequately investigated, allowing him to continue his predatory behavior. In 2016, a complaint was mishandled, leading to Carrick being re-vetted by the Met. During the investigation, he escalated his offenses.
What's that mean?
In 2021, a woman came forward with allegations of assault, and he was arrested. Subsequent investigations uncovered the deep nature of his crimes and how many years it has been going on.
Get into his background.
Over 12 women victims came forward to testify against him. In February 2023,
that's right,
he pleaded guilty to 49 charges against 12 women, resulting in 36 life sentences. The judge then ordered that he serve a minimum of 30 years before being eligible for parole. During his trial, Carrick showed no emotion as he was sentenced, and the judge highlighted his lack of remorse and the devastating impact of his actions on his victims. As of April 2025, Carrick has served approximately 2 years of his sentence. He will not be eligible for parole until at least 2053, at which point he will be 76 years old. He is currently incarcerated in a UK prison. Number 7, Officer Nicholas Tartaglione. In the early hours of April 11th, 2016, Nicholas Tartaglione, a 56-year-old former police officer from New York, orchestrated a brutal attack that led to the deaths of 4 individuals over a substance-related dispute. Nicholas, who was a bodybuilder and had been illegally selling steroids, suspected Martin Luna of stealing approximately $250,000 intended for a hard substance purchase. In a bid to avenge and get back his money, he set up a meeting with Luna. He lured him to the Liquid Lounge, a bar in Chester owned by his brother. Unaware that the meeting was a setup, Luna arrived at the meeting place accompanied by his nephews, Miguel Luna, his niece's husband, Urbano Santiago, and a family friend, Hector Gutierrez.
Oh man, they just coming to kick it, man.
Arriving, their meeting quickly turned deadly. Nicholas and his associates kidnapped all 4 men. Martin Luna was taken to Nicola's property in Otisville, where he was restrained, beaten for over an hour, and ultimately murdered with a zip tie. The other 3 men were forced to witness Luna's murder before they were
Did you hear what they murdered him with? And you don't see, I've seen it, not seen it personally, but I've seen some cases. But he used a zip tie. Do you know, and I don't even want to say this because it gives people ideas, man, but you grab and put zip ties, you can get them and you just hook them up and they're like a little circle. They go behind someone, they put it over their head real quick and they zzz. You ain't undoing no zip tie unless you got a knife or something. And that person, You're not holding. You're not doing it yourself. The zip tie is doing it for you, and and that's it. Just leave it. It's a cold way to die, man. You're gonna die unless you can get up and run and 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 get away from somebody as fast as you can and hold that breath and just try to. But you ain't gonna get very far, man. After not breathing, after it's man. Comments, chat. Comments. Let's go,
Executed with single gunshots to the back of the head.
man.
Their bodies were buried in a shallow grave on Nicholas's rented property. The victims remained missing until
What?
December 2016, when the FBI's Hudson Valley Safe Streets Task Force discovered the mass grave. Nicholas was arrested shortly thereafter and charged with multiple counts, including murder, kidnapping resulting in
Whoa.
death, kidnapping conspiracy, and narcotics conspiracy. He claimed that he was innocent and didn't know about the incident, as he was only a businessman who ran an animal rescue farm.
Oh yeah.
During the investigation, one of his colleagues fatally shot himself as the FBI tried to arrest him. Another accomplice, Joseph Biggs,
Woo.
testified against him and was sentenced to 16 years in prison after pleading guilty. Nicholas was convicted in April 2023 and sentenced in June 2024
Come on.
to 4 consecutive life sentences without the possibility.
Boom. That's a sentence. Forget this 20 years, 30 years, 4 lives. You come back. Some of you believe in reincarnation. You're going to come back. You still got to do some time. And you come back as something, another dude or a girl. It doesn't matter. You got to come. You got to do that time. You got 4 life sentences to do. So reincarnation, none of that's going to work. You're done. You are done. You are 4 life sentences, chat. That's my comment. 4. That's the way to go. 4. This dude, man, wicked.
Of parole. His case drew additional attention due to his
Next.
brief time as a cellmate of the popular Jeffrey Epstein
What?
in 2019. Although he was not in the cell at the time of Epstein's death, he was considered
Sure he
a
wasn't.
significant witness in the investigation.
Sure he wasn't.
As of April 2025, he has served approximately 10 months of his life sentence.
Oh, he was probably
Currently,
paid
Nicholas
to kill
Tartaglione is
homeboy.
incarcerated in a federal prison. Number 8, Officer Henry Solis. On the evening of March 13th,
he looked weird.
2015, a fight broke out between 23-year-old Salome Rodriguez Jr., a truck driver, and 27-year-old Henry Solis, a former probationary Los Angeles Police Department officer who was off duty at that time. The incident occurred outside a bar in Pomona, east of Los Angeles, after a little
He
altercation
can't fight.
between the two.
I don't know. Wait. I don't know the story. He can't fight though. I'm just feeling this. He can't fight. So he gonna start something up, run his mouth, and he's gonna get whooped. And he's gonna get his feelings hurt. And so he's gonna decide to come back, or right then and there, in the middle of his whooping, he's gonna pull out a gun and he's gonna shoot homie. He's gonna make a big mistake because he can't fight. No cops. Cops can't fight. Very few cops will fight. If you notice, they'll be real cool to you when they by themselves. Yeah, okay, just wait. Just trying to figure things, 341, can you pep it up? Can you hurry up? Can you make that a little quicker? They know when the homeless dude's ready to get it up out of there. I'm telling you, man, he pulled a gun or something because he can't fight.
Solis pursued Rodriguez, who was then fleeing the scene on foot, and fatally shot him multiple times until he died. After the
Shot
shooting,
him behind his
Solis
back.
fled the country and went to Mexico with the help of his father, who
What?
dropped him off across the U.S.-Mexico border. CCTV cameras captured both of them walking through the border.
He went to
After fleeing,
Mexico.
he became a fugitive and was placed on the FBI's most
What?
wanted list, and a manhunt was carried out in search for him.
Wow.
During this period, he was also fired from his police work.
Yeah, you think?
In May 2015, after 2 months of being on the run, Solis was apprehended in...
No, wait a minute. Did you just hear what they said? So he shoots somebody, leaves the country, flees from killing someone, and then they tell him that he's fired. You don't think he already knew that? You don't think he already knew he was fired? Like, hey man, I'm trying to get a hold of Henry, man, let him know not to come to work. You know, you're fired for what happened. Just letting you know, you don't have to come to work. You know what I'm saying? Well, that was the most dumbest comment, man. Well, obviously he's fired, man. Obviously, homie, he ain't coming back to work. He wanted for murder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's up? You know, maybe cops just get away with murder so much that you want to make sure, you know, can I come in? What should I do? Should I stay home? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know I shot homeboy, but you know, I know we still got to go to court, right? You know, so should I just continue to work? It's probably what he was thinking, man, or something, because they felt like they had to give him his notice. You know, hey, check this out, Henry, you're fired, bro. You know, we talked to Sarge, you know, over the situation, and we just think the best thing right now, you know, because you shot and killed someone, and you're in Mexico or somewhere, you know, just stay home, man. You don't have to come back. Just stay in Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Ciudad Juarez,
Comments.
Mexico, where he was staying with some of his relatives, and he was extradited to the United States to face charges. During his trial, his defense attorneys argued that Solis acted in self-defense in the fatal shooting, but his claims were rejected. He also indicated that Solis was a good human who had spent years serving his country. While reading the impact statement, the family of the victim expressed how his decision that day changed the course of their life. Rodriguez's father stated that he took his son's life with no mercy, but he's now seeking mercy. After the trial, Solis was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. The victim's family expressed that they wanted him to be convicted of first-degree murder, but they were pleased with his second-degree murder conviction. His father, Victor, was also convicted by a federal jury in El Paso for lying to the FBI about helping his son escape. He was sentenced to 3 years probation and fined $1,000.
I thought he was going to get more years than his son.
In 2025, Henry Solis has served approximately 9 years of his sentence.
Still
and
got
he is
some
currently
time, boy.
incarcerated in a California state prison. Number 9.
Let's go.
Officer
Comments.
Michael Neely, 50-year-old Michael Neely, was a former police officer with the Manford Police Department in Oklahoma. In November 2019, he and his superior, Police Chief Lucky Miller, traveled to Pensacola Beach, Florida.
Now this dude right here, man. Comments, you guys. I need your comments on this one for sure. For sure. I remember this in the news. This was a while back. This dude just, he lost it. Weirdest, strangest story I ever heard I'm just telling you right now. I need to get your guys' comments, chat.
Attend a law enforcement conference. They shared a hotel room at the Hilton Hotel during their stay. On the evening of November 10th, 2019, hotel guests reported loud noises coming from Neely and Miller's room. Witnesses described hearing laughter, yelling, and a voice repeatedly shouting, "Stop it, Mike!" The commotion escalated before suddenly ceasing. A maintenance worker, responding to noise complaints, entered the room and found Neely on top of Miller, who was lying motionless on the floor. They called the police to intervene. Upon arrival, the deputies pulled Neely off Miller and observed that Miller had no pulse and exhibited signs of a severe beating, including a swollen right eye. Neely was taken to Sacred Heart Hospital for treatment of injuries to his nose and lip, which he sustained after hitting his head on the floor while he was pulled off of Miller. His right hand was also swollen and red. The medical examiner concluded that Miller died from blunt force trauma to the head and asphyxiation due to strangulation and smothering. Prosecutors noted that at least one of the blows delivered by Neely had the impact equivalent to a car accident. During the trial in Escambia County, Florida, Neely's defense argued that he was so intoxicated that he accidentally fell onto Miller and was unable to get off due to his drunken state at the time of the crime. Neely
Wow.
declined to testify in his defense. In March 2021, a jury found him guilty of second-degree murder. On April 29, 2021, he was sentenced to life in prison, with credit for 536 days already served. The motive behind the altercation remains unclear, though it occurred during an alcohol-fueled dispute. The incident shocked the community, as both men were known to be friendly and respected law enforcement officers. As of April 2025, Neely has served approximately 5 years and 5 months of his life sentence. Number 10, Officer Miles Bryant.
Wow.
On the evening of July 26th,
Comments, guys.
2022, 16-year-old Susana Morales went missing after informing her mother that she was walking home from a friend's residence in Norcross. She never made it home that day. For several months,
Pretty
she was
young
never
girl.
found, and missing person posters
Beautiful.
were made to help facilitate the search.
16
Her
years
skeletal
old.
remains were discovered 6 months later by Matthew Gilbert, a man who was off-roading in a wooded area near Decula, approximately 20 miles from her last known location. None of her clothing or personal items
Beautiful
were found.
young lady.
Dental records and DNA evidence identified the remains as being the 16-year-old girl, and medical examination suggested that she might have been murdered the same day of her disappearance, though they were unable to determine how she died due to the condition of her remains. Some suggested that she was intoxicated with a substance, as there was no way she could have followed or done anything with her kidnapper if she was conscious. Investigations revealed that Miles Bryant, a 22-year-old former Doraville police officer who lived near the road to Susanna's home, abducted her, discarded her phone, and transported her to the remote location where he attempted to assault her, murdered her, and left her body where it was later found.
Wow.
Initially,
Man,
Bryant was arrested on suspicion of assault, murder, and other offenses, and was denied bail by the judge, stating that he was a threat to the community. After being held in custody for the offenses, he was fired from his police job.
Yeah, there he goes. He was fired. Chat. Young cop driving around, sees a young girl, picks her up for whatever reason he uses. Our kids are trained to trust police officers, but I'm telling you, to these days, they have to be taught, no, listen, put your phone on, call mom. The minute a police officer comes in contact with you, or a person, an adult, anyone that drives up to you with a vehicle, walk towards the closest people around you and dial your mom's phone, or the police, let them know you're coming in contact with this police officer, blah blah blah, da da da, and expose what it is. But man, we don't teach our young kids that no more today. Then this is the over and over seeing this now, man. Police officers picking up young girls, man, taking them somewhere, killing them, doing whatever they want to do, because they're taught that. And if they're not going to scream, not going to fight, they're just going to get in the car. Ain't no one paying attention. It's sad, man. Abuse of the badge.
During the investigation, It was revealed that Bryant had no previous relationship with the victim. He just thought she would be a good target. Bryant was charged, and following his trial, evidence presented included incriminating internet
Crazy
searches
dude,
on
man.
Bryant's mobile devices,
Caught you,
such
boy.
as inquiries about how long it takes for a body to decompose and
Oh
how an
yeah, you smart.
identification can be verified
Yeah, they
through
can't.
dental
They
records.
can't look at your computer
Additionally,
stuff.
a firearm registered to Bryant was located near the victim's remains.
What a
He
dummy.
had previously reported this weapon
But thank
stolen
you
shortly
for
after her
being dumb.
disappearance. During the trial, Bryant showed little or no remorse as the victim's family read out their impact statement with tears in their eyes. He reportedly stated, "I just want to apologize to everybody. To the victim's family, that's it." A lot of individuals, including his ex-girlfriend, was
Shut up.
called to testify. Also, his longtime friend testified that months after the incident, Bryant was caught on camera stalking her and showed up uninvited to her home. Bryant's former cellmate also testified that Bryant told him that he would not be charged since they had nothing against him, stating that there was no blood or fluid to use to link him to the murder.
Man, you
After the whole
telling
trial,
on
the
yourself.
jury found Bryant guilty of
Self-snitching.
malice murder, felony murder, kidnapping, and filing a false report of a crime. He was acquitted on the charge of attempted assault. The presiding judge sentenced him to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 12 months for the
Yes.
false report. The victim's family thanked the judge
That's
for giving
right.
out a befitting sentence, though none of it could bring back their
Comments, chat.
As of April 2025, Bryant has served approximately 10 months of his life
Oh yeah, you
sentence.
guys get a
He is
full
currently
life, baby.
incarcerated at the Georgia Diagnostic and Classification State Prison in Jackson, Georgia. Number 11, Officer.
Okay, listen, chat. We're gonna stop here right now. I'm gonna do the other half on part 2. Listen, man, love you guys. Please hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed this, and if most of all enjoyed our time together, and also enjoyed the videos that we're choosing. We're gonna go in different directions. I'm looking at right now the stuff we're putting together on death row, inmates, personal interviews on some of those. They're gonna be actually, that are on what you call death watch, where they're getting ready to be uh, um, what's the right word? Put to death. And so if you would like that to see like kind of what's going on and how that process works, and some of these individuals, I don't believe in. I do and I don't. I mean, I know the Bible says, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So I kind of, that's where I stand. But then again, I believe in redemption too. I believe that God can change anybody. So but comments, please. I want to hear what you think, or we should go a different direction. These are some of the things for the future. Listen, some good stories, or maybe a genre that we should go after, something that's in and be good for our channel. I'm open, but please hit us up. Come up to the Truth Tellers, man. They're on YouTube. Hit us up on Big Rev. Love you guys, man. Let's just continue this road that we're both on, and let's enjoy it, man.